Yu-Gi-Oh! Most censored duel, Marik versus Mai, was bro. Let's watch.
Battle City, one of the greatest arcs in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! And one of the duels that would take place in the Battle City quarterfinals was an extremely dark duel. And of course, I am talking about the duel between Marik and Mai Valentine. But did you know that this duel was even darker and more effed up in the original manga? In this video, I will break down both duels simultaneously, the version we got in the anime and the version we got in the manga, and point out the differences and similarities between the two versions. This is Marik versus Mai, anime versus manga duel analysis.
I'm glad that I just rewatched this like what, 3 days ago, I think. I rewatched this, so I won't be completely lost. So yeah, let's see.
I hope you all enjoy. Just a quick reminder on how we got here. Yugi beat Bakura, Joey beat Fake Marik, Rashid/Odeon, and Yami Marik had just taken over Marik's body. Joey said he was saved thanks to a vision of all of his friends pulling him out of the darkness, and when Mai asked if she was part of that vision, Joey panicked and said no, and this led to Mai being very disgruntled at the whole situation and frankly very hurt, which was very understandable, and things were not going.
I'm gonna be honest, that was so weird. Like, it's realistic at the same time, but it's like a kind of thing that happens between kids. Which I guess they kinda are, right? They're like, what, 16 or something? 16, 17? But like, the thing is like, oh, actually, no, you weren't on my dream. But all my friends were in my dream, and you weren't there. And she's like, I don't need anyone. I don't need friends. That was kind of weird.
Going to get any better for her, as she was drawn into a matchup with Yami Marik as the third duel in the quarterfinals. Once the duel starts in the manga, Yami Yugi notices the black cloud surrounding the duel arena and pleads with Mai not to start the duel. Mai states she must win so she can prove she is a worthy duelist and eventually duel Yugi and Joey in the semifinals. Joey is proud of Mai's fighting spirit.
Oh my god, the art is crazy. This art is so good.
But Yugi is very concerned as he knows how dangerous Yami no games are. This is already an immediate contrast to the anime.
Why did you say Yami no games? I thought we had I thought like Shadow Games was basically a perfect translation. I don't know.
In the anime, the Shadow Game does not actually begin right away and doesn't begin until the end of turn 6. Another huge difference is Yugi and company are not even outside cheering Mai on when the duel begins in the anime. They come running out after both duelists have already taken a turn. Outside of that, the dueling action is pretty different as well. In the anime, Mai starts off by playing Dunamis Dark Witch, while Marik plays his Jam Breeding Machine. However, in the manga, the Dark Game has already begun right from the get-go. When Mai summons her Amazoness Swordswoman on turn 1, Yugi immediately realizes what Shadow Game this is. We see a string connecting the monster to Mai. Now, if you're an avid fan of the anime, this should look familiar to you. When Marik duels Joey in the semifinals, this is the exact Yami no game that gets played. When a duelist's monster is destroyed, they feel the same pain that their monster felt upon being destroyed.
Okay, this is what I was talking about during the previous reaction. We were talking about the Bandit Kid one, about cheating. This is cheating, bro. I don't know what to tell you. This is cheating. You're putting like something that has nothing to do with the game on it, because Joey should have won this, right? And that's messed up. That's messed up. You're creating an unfair advantage on you that has nothing to do with the game. So I would consider this cheating.
Mai notes that Marik has the eyes of a madman and decides not to explain the rules of the game to her, feeling it's best to let her realize this on her own. On Marik's first turn in the manga, he summons Makiora the Destroyer and attacks Mai's Amazonas. Thanks to Mai's trap, she is able to win the battle, but what happens to Marik shakes her to her core. She witnesses Marik's head fall off his body due to the attack landing. Without missing a beat, Marik continues to taunt Mai and Duel as if everything is normal. Yugi realizes Mai must be seeing hallucinations due to the Shadow Game's effect. Marik then revives his Makiura due to his own trap, attacks back, and destroys Mai's Amazonas. This causes Mai to feel actual pain and feel like she has been stabbed in her chest, even seeing blood. Marik then states that everything being seen is an illusion, except for the pain, which is very real. Now, this sequencing is completely removed from the anime.
Yep.
In fact, in the anime version, Mai and Marik play a totally different Shadow Game. Marik doesn't start...
Yeah, this thing about losing the memories of your friends and whatever. And Marik was losing the memory of, like, his goons. I feel like I cannot use that word anymore. But you know what I mean, right? His goons. Yes, I don't even know a different word. And he's like, I didn't even care about that guy. That guy was cringe. I didn't like that guy anyways. Who is that guy? I already forgot. Yeah, exactly. Kaiba will only care that Marik is using banned cards if the duel was against him. That's so funny.
This game until turn 6, when his turn comes to an end. The Shadow Game that they play in the anime is that every time one of their monsters is destroyed, they lose a memory of a person. So Mai first loses a memory of Anzu, and Marik loses memories of Pandora and Strings, people he genuinely does not give a crap about anyway. Now, some of you guys might remember the Makiura Rope of Life combo that I just talked about being Marik's first turn in the manga. The 8th turn of the duel, which is Marik's 4th turn, is actually this sequencing almost entirely exactly how it plays out in the manga, just much later on in the duel. And despite these being at different points in the duel and the Shadow Games and result of those Shadow Games being different, this is a pivotal moment in the duel for Mai.
Would you mind playing Master Duel and you see blood when your opponent attacks you directly? I will be like, ding 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 ding. like that guy from that video. Yeah. I will be like that, yeah.
Yami Yugi is able to get through to her at this point in both versions. In the anime, he explains to her that the friendship she has is very real and that everything she's going through right now is just an illusion. And in the manga, he convinces her that what's happening to her sight-wise is also an illusion. This was very important as it gave Mai a new lease on life, if you will, and allowed her to get her fighting spirit back into the duel. The turn after, the 9th turn in the anime and the 3rd turn in the manga, are exactly the same. A redetermined Mai summons Amazonas Chain Master and sets a card. However, the identical beats of this duel once again end as quickly as they came. In the anime, Marik plays his Holding Arms, which holds Mai's Chainmaster above the ground. In the manga, Marik plays Vicer Des, which is a monster that, well, it's hard to explain. It's basically a torture device that slowly crushes the skull.
What am I watching? What? I'm sorry, what?
Of Chainmaster, and because in the manga the game deals real pain equal to the monster's pain, that is exactly the sensation that Mai has to suffer through.
I can't, dude. Hello, Firegun. Welcome.
Despite this immense pain, Mai is able to fight through it to execute her grand plan to steal Ra from Marik, which is a very important duel sequence that does in fact happen in both versions.
The son of God Dragon? Okay.
Of this duel. From this point on, the duels and dialogue are incredibly similar. Marik uses Nightmare Wheel, Mai evades it, Mai summons enough monsters to eventually summon the Winged Dragon of Ra, which she does, only for a giant ball to be summoned on the field. Sadly, Mai does not know how to read heretic text, and nobody knew up until...
Dude, this is such bullshit, dude. This is... I remember the first time that I watched this. And rewatching it is even worse. What the hell is this? What do you mean you have to say the chant in order to activate this thing? Otherwise, it's a ball, and you cannot read it if you don't know the language. But also, Kaiba just knows the language. It's like, wait, I can read this like it's English. What? What was that? What is happening, bro?
That point that reading that text was needed in order to actually summon the Egyptian god. In the anime, Mai concludes her turn by setting Gravity Bind, whereas in the manga she sets Mirror Wall. Not sure why this was changed because this card never actually gets activated anyway, but in both variations of the duel, this would be the final turn that Mai takes. The way the final turns play out are similar, but definitely different depending on which version of the duel you are consuming. In the anime, holding legs, holding arms, and the Sacred Stone of Ujat are summoned and forcibly restrict Mai, while Marik prepares to attack her directly with Ra. In the manga, however, it's a lot more painful. Mai is restricted by the means of visor.
I swear, this thing is like so disgusting. I've seen images of this, but I didn't thought it was like that.
Deaths and visor shock, which is essentially an electric torture device that begins shocking her the moment they are summoned. Some of the images in the manga and line work are truly tough to look at. The goal of Marik is the same in the manga, however, to attack Ra and genuinely kill Mai in front of her friends, and specifically the Pharaoh. At this point, in both versions, Joey runs up to try and unshackle Mai and get her to safety, right as the attack from Ra is about to land and strike Joey.
Wait, Joey's wearing his uniform in this. He didn't get like cool clothes, or well, not cool, but like regular clothes in the manga. He's just wearing his uniform? This is his uniform, right? And why is Thea wearing regular clothes? But Joey's wearing his uniform. Is there a reason? Am I missing something? Marik at his top 10 times he should be disqualified, by Kaiba didn't care. Kaiba is like, no, I need to know that what the what the Egyptian god does, right? He needed to know. He just needed to know. He just needed to know. I don't know. That's okay. That means Pepper. Interesting. I would have guessed that.
And kill Mai. Yami Yugi saves the day by jumping in front of the blast and taking all of Ra's attack on his back, the same spot that caused Marik so much pain so many years ago. I always loved the symbolism of this moment. It was one of the great heroic protagonist moments that Yami had throughout the series. The differences of this duel aren't done yet, even though the duel at this point has concluded with Marik's victory. Probably one of the more...
Thea refused to be caught without drip. Oh, that means Pepper is cool. Oh, okay. So that only those lines mean that's awesome. Thank you, Firegan. Imagine if this duel in the manga was actually animated. I mean, kinda is.
Well-known elements of this duel is the punishment game that Marik puts Mai through at the end. In both versions, Marik puts Mai in an hourglass, but in the anime, sand is slowly ticking into that hourglass while she has to watch her friends play on a beach and hang out without her, not only to give her massive FOMO, but to continue to play on the fact that Mai is very lonely and insecure about her friendships.
Dude, this is how it feels. This is how it feels being Peruvian and seeing all my VTuber friends in Offkai.
However, in the manga, Mai summons a much more gruesome fate. She's also in an hourglass, but the things falling into the hourglass are not sand, but rather flesh-eating bugs that will completely devour her in 24 hours.
What the
heck? Yeah, the duel is definitely different between the manga and the anime. I remember always feeling like this was one of the darker, more screwed up duels in the anime, and then when I went back and read the manga many years ago, I couldn't believe how censored the anime version of this duel was. In the manga version, Marik gets beheaded, Mai gets stabbed and you see blood, the Death's Visor and Death's Shock torture devices that inflict pain to Mai, the different punishment games at the end. It's unbelievable, and I genuinely feel when you're referring to the manga version, this is like the darkest duel probably in all of Yu-Gi-Oh history, and I don't really mind that they decided to make some censorship decisions for the anime.
This is the one time that he's in favor of censorship. Amazing. No, honestly, I totally see it. I feel like this was a little too much.
But guys, let me know your thoughts on Mai versus Marik. I would love to know which version you prefer, and if you feel like the censorship decisions were incorrectly made for the anime duel, or if you feel like it probably was the right move to tone down the absolute brutality of this duel. Thank you guys all so much.
Awesome. Honestly, this video kind of made me want to read the manga more now. Like, I feel like I actually have to read it. I wonder how long would it take? How long would it take to read the whole thing? Probably not that long, right? I think it's kind of short. But yeah. Pepper, do you know Raz chant from memory? I will learn it. I have to learn it, definitely. I feel like that's the one thing that I have to. Trapped in an hourglass, how it feels having friends in other time zones. Oh yeah, that too. You're so right. But yeah, okay, that was awesome. That was some video. Thank you so much for recommending it.